Hello from Southern California. My name's David Michaels. If we haven't met yet, it's great to meet you. I'm a spiritual explorer, a mystic. I also work as an actor and writer here in LA. I'm nobody famous, at least at the time of this recording. And that's not why I'm doing it. I'm having fun. I'm expressing my creative self. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. I wanted to give you guys a special treat. A lot of you have asked me to share this story again or in more detail. I've shared my mystical one with the universe, STE, spiritually transformative experience, on other people's podcasts and YouTube channels. And because it's an interview, like we're covering a lot of stuff and there's not time to get into all the details. So I wanted to give you a video dedicated just to this experience. And you know what? I should have a copy of it on my own channel anyway, right? But there's an extra special treat just for you, just for watching this video. I went through my journal and I found the entry that was written the morning after this thing happened. Because this was like 20 something years ago now. And you know, memory is flawed, right? You're going to kind of highlight and remember certain details and maybe forget others. This is immediately after it happened. I wrote it down, and well, not like immediately, like the next morning. It happened in the middle of the night, so I went back to sleep and then wrote it down the next morning, but close enough, right? And I am going to read to you an abridged version of that journal entry. I'm going to keep names out of it and personal things like that, you know, because this is YouTube, this is the public, right? But I'm going to read for you word for word all the details related to my mystical one with the universe experience. So here we go. Are you ready? So this is dated Sunday, April 13th, 2003. Dear Journal, I feel different. And last night around 2:30 to 3 a.m., I had an interesting experience. I had some out-of-body experience, but this time it wasn't really so much floating over my body. It felt more like I was floating everywhere. It was almost like some kind of omnipresent state. It was as if I were everywhere at once. Beyond that, it felt like everything was a part of me and I was a part of everything, you know, in one way to one degree, more or less. For that moment, I was somehow connected to everything and everyone. And on top of that, I felt this incredible love for everyone. I felt like I needed to hug the first person I met or something. It was overwhelming and overloading. It felt like my entire soul, quote unquote, fluxed, like a sudden shaken wave, as if it had somehow climaxed and overloaded and broke free or something. And that's when the healing process started to begin. I felt like my heart and other wounds were being healed, like I was being made anew, fresh, whole. I can still remember all the pain and suffering I went through, but my actual spiritual state felt like it was finally being pieced back together. My heart feels a lot more whole than it used to. I'm not sure if I'm 100% back to normal or not, but it's better enough for me to feel like I can function normally these days. I don't feel as broken or handicapped as before. Maybe still a little weak, a little hurting, but restored enough to live normally again. It's the answer to many, many prayers that I've been pleading for a long time. But I'll tell you one thing. It was really different, but in a good way, feeling so interconnected to everything and everyone. It reminds me of something Wayne Dyer said when interviewing with Tony Robbins. He believed that we were all interconnected and a part of everything, quote, the universe, was in each of us and vice versa. But, quote, the only reason I can't wingle your finger, quote, he said, was because they were separate souls, identities, wills, etc. Something to that effect. I forget the exact wording, but it makes sense. We can't have a free will violation here. Anyway, I thought the guy sounded a little too new agey and out in left field to me and didn't really buy his story. But last night, I must have felt what he was trying to describe. And it was awesome. It's not that I was everything and everybody. It was that it was all somehow interconnected and a piece of me was in all of it and a piece of all of it was in me. Makes no sense, I know, but that's what it felt like. Do I still feel that way right now? No. But I wonder if it's still true even if I don't feel it. Who knows? Maybe God was just letting me taste what He can feel. Because while I was feeling all that, I also felt this incredible love for it all. A love that couldn't be held back. A love that needed to flow and reach each and every person. Maybe someday I'll live like that. Just overflowing with God's love, not just human love. Maybe someday I'll feel that interconnectedness and unconditional lovingness all the time. It'd be cool. I wanted to record this unique experience while it was still fresh in my mind. I'll tell you one thing though, it makes me hungry for more. The reason I began this truth seeking journey oh so long ago was because I knew there had to be more. Quote, there's always more with God, quote, people would tell me. Cool, great, wonderful. So what is it? Thus began my journey to find the more and understand a greater and more fuller picture of God. In my spirit, in my soul, I have a drive that drives me to seek out the more and learn as much as I can about everything I can. I know my time, comprehension, and resources are limited, but I'll do the best I can. I know there's more to life than this. I know there's more to God than this. I know there's more to reality than this. And something powerful inside me drives me to keep searching, discovering, analyzing, and remembering all these things. I know I'm going to make mistakes, put myself in unnecessary danger, and run into some walls along the way. But I trust God will guide and protect me, as He has so well so far. And I believe in my heart that I will continue to discover, learn, and understand more about God and this incredible universe that He's created.